guys watched my video earlier on the 2-1 loss the Jays had in Kansas City, that rainout game that they had going on, I reamed through the Dodgers, I guess, key players and all of their offensive numbers. And the Jays don't have a guy who even sniffs there. We all knew Shohei Ohtani was going to be back in Toronto. Well, I wouldn't say back, but he would be in Toronto for the first time since the whole incident in, December? And you knew there were going to be boos, and you knew there was all going to be negative energy toward Shohei. And for him to go deep in his first at bat is just fitting to what this Blue Jays franchise has become. And exactly what happened today is an exact, it's carbon copy of what this team is right now. They had no hits. Well, sorry, excuse me. Let me be correct. They have 3 hits. And Blue Jay fans, before we go any further, follow up the TikTok page down below, because I'm going to be starting to go live during games and after games and stuff like, well, maybe not during games as much, but more or less after games if you want to let all your feelings go fly and everything like that. The TikTok page is down below, so go follow up there if you haven't done so already, guys. This is a crazy number that I had to look up and didn't really believe it. You go back to game 1 of the regular season, right? Go back to my video, the first video of the season. And I'm like, we're so back, right? We're all the way back. The Blue Jays, 8 runs, couple home runs. Vladdy goes 450 dead center. Immaculate vibes. Since that game, you want to take a wild guess before I say how many times before I say how many times. Guess how many times have the Blue Jays as a team scored more than 5 runs? Okay, I'll give you the answer now. 1 time. 1 time. They have not scored more than 5 runs. They've scored it twice. 2 times all year long. And we are at game 27 today. And they're obviously still not going to hit that number today. 27 games and you've scored more than 5 runs twice. One was the first freaking game of the season. And the other one was a 9-8 loss to the New York Yankees where you had to score 3 in the 9th to even hit that number. I mean, this is downright painful to watch if you're a Toronto Blue Jays fan. I'm not going to sit here and say that John Schneider is the sole reason of all these problems. Because let's be a human for a second here. He's not going out there and swinging the bat. So him going out there and seeing Bo Bichette have a 600 OPS, right? Just over, actually, it's getting close to being under 600 OPS after today. Vladdy, 0 for 4, sure, he had an RBI, ground out. Who cares? His OPS is now probably under 650. George had a double in an 11-1 game, so I guess his is technically going to go up a little bit. But regardless, it's just unplayable for your top 3 hitters. And as much as people want to get on John Schneider, and as much as I agree to a lot of the John Schneider conversations, those 3 guys being very below average is just not good enough. And then you add the fact that, Justin Turner's doing great. Dalton Varsho had a rough day today, 0 for 3 in the game, but he's been a revelation this season. And you're watching them put Addison Barger out in the outfield, which God knows why. He's never played the position. Like, what are we doing here? And today you have 3 hits. 3 hits. A solo shot from Danny Jansen and an RBI ground out. That's what you got. It's unwatchable. Now people are going to say, whoa, Chris Bassitt wasn't good. Yeah. Guess what? Can't be great every time. And if you ever played the game of baseball and you've ever pitched in a game of baseball and and you're not really confident that your team is going to score runs, and as a pitcher, you feel like you need to be perfect at all times, it's never going to go well. And going up against a lineup as good as they are, we mentioned it in the last video, and I'll say it again. Mookie Betts, an OPS over 1,100. Shohei Ohtani, an OPS near 1,100. Freddie Freeman, an OPS in the 830s or something like that. Let me check that right quick. 835 going into play today, which on the Blue Jays, we would take that in a goddamn heartbeat. Will Smith has an over, well, God, he went 4 for 5 today. So his OPS is going to go up. He had an over 800 OPS. Max Muncy an over 800 OPS. Teoscar Hernandez over an 800 OPS. They have one of the best offenses in baseball. Shocker. When we all know what they did in the offseason. We all knew it was going to happen. And then we watch the Blue Jays, and anytime a guy gets over a 700 OPS, we got to freaking celebrate it. It's bad. And I don't think it's going to get any better. But I will say this, and I'm going to end the video off like this. As I mentioned earlier, do I believe that John Schneider is a main reason for this team? No. And I know people are going to say, well, what are you talking about? This move. Look, do I agree with the moves the guy makes sometimes? No. That's why I come on here and rip him sometimes, because I think it's just ridiculous. But do I think he is the sole reason, or one of the main reasons, or whatever you want to use, that the Blue Jays offense, and I'm going to rip through these, going into today, 24th in runs, 23rd in hits, 21st in average, 15 in OBP, great, love the walks, 21st in slugging, 20th in OPS, 22nd in home runs. What do we got here? Well, that's hits the last. That's all defense. Yeah, they're not great. I can't blame John for that. It's the guys going on the field. The guys who are getting paid. We have a top 5 payroll. It's a lot on the pitching staff, but your offense stinks. It flat out stinks. I'm going to leave it at that. Because you got a ball game tomorrow. We got a lot of baseball to go. We'll see what happens. And guess what? This offense has to face Tyler Glasnow tomorrow. 3:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. Glasnow versus Kikuchi. All right. So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not the game today, because I'd be baffled if you enjoyed it. And if you're a Dodger fan and you love the game today, because you obviously did, and you love the way your team's built, shocking that you have that much money, and it's just like, oh, let's just give this guy $5, but we'll pay him a crap ton at the end of it. And that's how we'll make the team. Everyone hates him, and rightfully so. So it sucks. But it is what it is. As Toronto sports fans, you're used to not feeling good things, and we continue to not feel good things for this Blue Jays team. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment down below, all your thoughts down below. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys Leafs edition tomorrow. Again, later than usual, guys, probably even for the Jays as well. As I am going to a wedding tomorrow, so I'll be out late. But I will be doing the video tomorrow. I can guarantee you guys that. All right. As the Leafs take on the Bruins in Game 4 of their Round 1 matchup, and basically a must-win game for the Leafs. That's all I got to say about that. And as for the Blue Jays, I don't know. I mean, they play tomorrow. Glasnow, Kikuchi's the pitching matchup at Rogers Center at 3:07. Excuse me. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I don't know, not the game at all. We'll talk to you guys then.